The guy's just absolutely committed and went and closed 2 more sales. And had 4. We have 1 that we're going to submit for him. And that met up with Chris, and they closed another sale. So the guy actually closed 6 sales yesterday. Give it up for Will Wong. Will Wong killed it yesterday. Great job, man. That's being committed. That's what you need to do to hit your goal. If you tell us you're going to hit 10 deals for the week, I need to hit 10 every week, which he said he's doing whatever it takes to do it. You got 8 already. You have an appointment today. You know, that's going to be easy money for you. Yesterday, great job to you guys. 14 sales total. Really? So round of applause. Great job. You got to mention this guy's name too. Larry Sanchez finished off those new leads yesterday. How many did you close off that 1 pack of new leads, man?
22 deals.
What? Holy cow.
22 deals. 22 deals.
Awesome job.
Great job. And what does it take? It takes long days, staying out there.
Earn a lot of rain.
Yeah, working in the rain, right? Making it rain. Yeah. 22 sales. We have new leads. You guys know we have new leads coming out. Don't have an exact time, but they're coming. We're getting closer every day. You know, get yourself in a position where you're in the conversation to be working these new leads. It's so much more money. You know, you guys, pretty much everyone in here, almost everyone in here has touched new leads in their time, and you guys can attest that you make way more money. Period. You guys owe it to yourself to work these leads. As far as from a sales perspective, when I say, sir, we have multi-room DVR, what is that? Me saying that, what is that?
I don't understand the question.
I have 25 meg internet speed. We have 25 meg internet speed.
Right.
Yeah. What is that?
Technically,
it's free.
It's a feature.
It's a feature.
It's a feature.
Physical attribute.
It's a physical attribute. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't really tell them anything, right? Unless you do what? Explain it with the benefit, right? And there's really nobody better at doing this than John Fontana, talking about how you make it make sense to the customer. Because if you're just saying, you know, I have symmetrical speeds on the internet, we give you a wireless router and multi-room DVR, 15,000 on-demand titles, what's that doing for them? You know, you got to make it make sense to how they use the product they already have. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Fontana, who's going to talk about features and benefits. Give it up for him. Also, I must say, too, he's a proud new owner of a 2007 BMW 5 Series. So we can give it up to him for a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Great job.
Alright, so a couple guys went to Albany. You guys went to Albany about a month ago. And same kind of situation in Albany that it is at this point in Buffalo right now. As people who didn't switch don't really know too much about the product. Same thing in Albany. They don't know too much about it, right? They don't know anything about it. And not only that, but same idea, they think they are happy with what they have, but why do you think they're happy with what they have? They don't know anything about it. So we need to actually position the aspect of what we have in comparison to what they have, right? So what do I have behind me?
Ben Franklin.
Pretty much, Ben Franklin. Alright, something that we should be doing every single time. So currently, and what they're going to get with Fios, right? Couple of things we have in our pocket as far as features. What do we have for features? Let's start with the phone. What's the biggest feature with the phone that we have?
It works when electricity
It works when the power goes out. Because those who didn't switch for the most part around here have Time Warner for the phone. Same thing in Albany. They have Time Warner for the phone. And with what they have, does it work when the power goes out? No. So they get a free battery backup.
It doesn't even work when their internet doesn't work.
Right. Okay. With the internet, what do we have as far as a valid feature?
Wireless router.
All right, free wireless router.
Dedicated bandwidth. Dedicated.
What else we have?
Faster speeds.
Faster speeds. Symmetrical. TV. What do we have on the TV?
5,000 on demand.
All right, on demand.
100% digital.
What else?
True 1080.
What else?
Multimedia.
Widgets.
What else?
Interactive media guide.
Interactive media guide.
Actually,
Run the
we have the
controls.
search function.
Run the controls.
Okay.
Just so-
Speed of changing channels.
They have a droid that do lots of with their phone too.
That's awesome.
Okay. So what we have here are essentially features. All right. But the features aren't really going to sell them. What sells them? The benefits. Now, before we go into the features and benefits, what do we need to do?
Ask them what they.
Ask them. Well, all right, qualify. All right. So, for example, someone sell me the fact that I'm getting 100% digital. Who's confident enough to sell me the fact that I'm getting 100% digital? Go ahead.
Whatever.
Go ahead. Start from the beginning.
Pitch.
No, after the pitch is over.
Alright, so how many TVs do you have?
I got 4 TVs.
4, right? And you probably have a box on one of those, right?
Yeah, actually I do have a DVR.
Yeah, perfect. With this, now you're gonna, or with what you have all the channels on that one main TV, right?
Right.
And the other 3 are just basic, 2 for $99.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, now you're gonna have every channel on every single TV, and you don't need a full-size box anymore.
Okay. Where's the digital?
Because we're 100% digital.
Okay, we're 100% digital. All right, but that's fine. I mean, I don't need all the channels on all the TVs.
Okay.
Okay. Why am I getting a box on every TV? The point is making it make sense for them to buy in to the 100% digital. So he did a fine job explaining the fact that what I have, but it didn't really relate into the 100% digital. That related to me needing a box in every TV. So very fine on doing the boxing, but the 100% digital. Let me ask you a question, Chris. You have a box on one of your TVs, right?
Right.
All right. Have you ever noticed tiling on that TV screen every
Yeah.
once in a while? You did. And as far as that being said, are you familiar with analog and digital? Do you know what that means to you?
Yeah, digital gives you a better picture.
Digital gives you a better picture. Now, for example, what you have right now with cable, you have a box on the one TV, the other 3 TVs get the standard $2 through $99.
Right.
That's because they're able to broadcast analog without a box. All right?
Right.
With Verizon, you do need a box in every TV, but in comparison, the reason why is because it's 100% digital. And unlike what you have right now, you have digital on that one TV, but when you see that pixelation, the reason why you see that pixelation, the tiling every once in a while, is because their digital is a compressed digital signal. So with regards to that, the reason why it's compressed is because they cannot support 100% uncompressed, because the old-fashioned cable cannot support the 100% digital. The reason why Verizon is using fiber optics is because today's technology needs an uncompressed signal. Now, what did I just do? I explained why they need to have a box in every TV. I explained the reason why it's 100% digital. I explained the reason or what a compressed signal means, so that they understand what they have. Once they understand what they have, you can go right into the fact that they're getting 100% digital, the feature, and then the benefit. With regards to that, you're going to get 100% digital on all the TVs. It's completely uncompressed. And the reason why they ran fiber optics is for that exact reason. Okay? Now we're making them understand what the reason is Verizon's using fiber optics, and the reason why the pain point, the fact that they're using old-fashioned cable, is an issue. Because people didn't switch originally. Why? Because they don't know anything about it. They're happy with what they have because they don't know anything about it. You had a question?
Are you also implying that Time Warner doesn't give 100% digital when they give digital?
Nope. It's not 100% digital. The channels 2 through 99, even though they have a box on that TV, it's still analog.
So that's what you're referring to.
I'm referring to even the channels above 100 is not 100% digital. It's a compressed digital signal. And that's the reason why they see pixelation. That's the reason why they see tiling on a TV screen. That's the reason why we can transition right to the 1080 high def. And how do we transition to the 1080 high def?
Because it's an uncompressed.
You know what 720 1080 means?
Do you know, does 1080 and 720 mean anything to you? Most customers who are technically savvy will say,
Of course.
yes, I do, okay? You have a 1080 TV, right? Yes, I do. Did you realize that you're not getting full 1080? It's a compressed 1080 signal. I know the box shows 1080. Now you're making them believe you the fact that, yes, I do acknowledge that the 1080 is there. Oh, yes, I do see that. However, that 1080 signal coming in, because it is coming in, is compressed coming out to your TV screen. And that compression is equivalent to 720. Not 720, but equivalent to 720. So even though your TV is capable of getting 1080, it's not getting the full 1080 signal. With the Verizon, you are going to be getting a full 1080 because there is no compression. What did we just do?
Create a hot button.
We created a hot button, created a pain point. We made a realization of what a pain point is. So their pain point is they spent all this money on this TV to get full 1080. However, they're not getting what the TV is capable of. So before we go into the fact that, yes, you're getting a full 1080 signal, so you're going to get full high def, me as a customer, if I'm not aware of what I have, I'm going to say, I already have 1080. I don't know what you're talking about. Making them realize what they have, then going into what they're going to get, and then the reason why they should get it is the benefit. Features and benefit. Free battery backup. Who cares? I have cell phones.
You need a charge.
Huh?
That's how. This is exactly what's how. Like, what time order you have home phone, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you know when your power goes out, your phone goes off, right?
Yeah, but I got cell phones.
Obviously, yes, we know that. Well, the good thing about fiber optic is that you will get an 8-hour backup battery. Whoop-de-doo. You have a cell phone. Just in case your phone will stay on the power goes out.
God forbid something happens to your cell phone and that's not charged and all of a sudden the power goes out, you're going to still have phone service. That's important, alright? Because just in case, God forbid something happens, just in case, you do a very good job at creating a scare tactic, don't you?
Yes.
What do?
I tell them, remember back in the ice storm? Everybody tried to use their cell phone. The towers got jammed up. Nobody was able to get through. Everybody's battery died, and you were sunk in the water. With Verizon Fios, you'll have telephone when the electricity goes out.
There you go. And what did he just do? He expressed his emotion. Not just verbally, but physically. He showed with his hands, just in case. And that's why when we hold our clipboards, if we still have a clipboard in our hands at that time, we're using the clipboard in our hand. We're not tied up right here. Okay? Perfect. Good job.
What Christopher does beautifully is he doesn't necessarily use a scare tactic, as I like to kind of keep everything positively minded. He is building a peace of mind for the customer, letting them know that you can put your heart at ease with Fios. And that's a much more positive way to look at it. You don't want to scare your customers. You want to make them feel very comfortable that Fios is like a big warm blanket wrapped around them. And that's exactly what he does.
Good.
It's a little bit of scare, but
It's scare in the beginning.
I just like to call it.
But he's reassuring them at the end.
attention.
Reassuring them at the end. Alright, internet, free wireless router. How can we show them the benefit of a free wireless router? I already got wireless. I don't need another wireless router. Someone give me the reason why.
With Verizon Fios wireless router, we're actually able to enter your computer with your permission from remote to do any troubleshooting that we may need, including on your television, your home phone, and your internet. It's important to use a Verizon-supported equipment because of that.
All right, good. Good. But, you know, I know a lot about my wireless, so nothing crazy. I can access it myself. Give me another benefit.
I have a question.
Sure.
Someone asked me a couple days ago about torrenting.
Torrents it.
Huh?
It's kind of like peer-to-peer sharing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like downloading.
I don't know what that means.
It's fine.
He was just like, he said, since he's had time where he's never been torrenting, I have no idea what that means. I think it means, but like, he said an email sent to him saying stop downloading.
Yeah, I mean, that's a setting. So their setting's not going to change with regards to that. But give me the benefit of why having 1 unit versus 2 is a benefit.
They're integrated. It's going to be a lot faster for you.
Exactly. Why is it a lot faster? Draw
Signal
it.
doesn't diminish.
Draw it. Now, this is what your setup is right now. With the Fios, you're getting a new modem with a built-in wireless router. So what? I already have a wireless router. Well, here's how your setup is. Right now, you have a modem and a separate router, right?
Right.
Okay, good. Make them realize what they have. Alright, so here's your modem, here's your router. Okay? Now, in comparison, this is what your experience is. Your internet is coming at full speed down the line to your modem. What happens with your router is it's a separate line. You then have to go a separate route to your router. At that point, you have a diminished speed, a diminished signal. Then, it gets split off to all of the computers. So, once it's being split off, it's already at a reduced speed. The reason why Verizon's using or giving you a free wireless router, here's the reason why. And you draw the exact picture, just like this. Now, you have all the internet running to the modem, the router's already there. So your speed is not diminished automatically going to a separate unit. It's already there. So now it's being split off to all the computers at a full speed, not a diminished speed by any means. That's the reason why it's a better scenario than what you have right now. We just built the value of why getting a free wireless router is better than their setup right now. I just bought a wireless router.
Would a benefit be it can handle 22 laptops?
Absolutely. It can handle up to 22 wireless devices. Alright? And in comparison to DSL or even a compressed internet speed, an iPhone or an iPod Touch or a Mac. Who knows what I'm going to go to right now?
Wi-Fi.
Okay, if I'm using Wi-Fi on my iPhone, that is equivalent to 5 wireless devices. It takes up the bandwidth of 5 wireless devices.
Okay.
iPod Touch?
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's why people will attest to this if you bring it up. And they have an iPhone and they use the wireless. Do you ever notice when somebody jumps online with their iPhone that your internet speed goes down? That's because it takes up the bandwidth of 5 wireless devices. There's no additional bandwidth with cable. It's already at its peak. So they notice that. The 22 computers in this situation is they will continue to receive a full speed up to 22 computers. After 22 devices, then they'll see a decrease in the speed because of all the bandwidth being taken up. Alright? But with the Fios, up to 22 wireless devices. You don't have 22 computers, do you?
How about for iPhones? Would that take
Any sort of Apple product.
Would that take up 5? So that's only
Any sort of Apple product, yeah.
so 5.
Wow.
Including a MacBook?
We'll
Yep,
slow
a
it
MacBook.
up.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that either. I heard from 3 separate customers.
Wow.
3 separate customers. The first time I heard it, I said, wow. The second customer was like 2 weeks later. They said the exact same thing. So that's the scenario of why having a modem and a router built in is a benefit to them. Yes, I know you have wireless, but here's the reason why. Show them what they have. Explain the reason why it's going to make sense to them. Feature them the benefit. How about
Nino's band and her phone band for office.
dedicated bandwidth? Dedicated bandwidth. Someone sell me on it.
You have a 70%. You ever notice that your computer slows down when everybody else is
Yeah.
on the internet?
Yeah.
I got a good one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, you ever notice how in the later part of the days your internet's a little slower? What that is because you guys are on a shared network. When Johnny, Timmy, and Robbie down the street are all using their Xbox, their laptop, and everything, your internet goes slower. With our signal, it's a 100% dedicated line to your home. You're the only people in the neighborhood that is using that line, so the signal is completely yours.
Okay.
Don't get any lag.
Good. And when you bring that up, make them acknowledge yes.
Yeah.
Don't just fly right into it. Make them acknowledge. Why do we want to make them acknowledge? Because to make sure they're listening.
We all know that we're not allowed to say 100% dedicated line, right?
Yeah, and that's why we've been going to bandwidth.
Right. I just wanted to correct Will on that because he.
Oh, you said line?
Oh boy, did he ever! You're the only one on that line on the street. That's not true. Fiber
No,
comes
but-
down the street, 32 houses pull off that one line, so it's
Yeah.
not dedicated.
But it's
But
dedicated
what's there
bandwidth.
is a dedicated bandwidth. That one line can hold up to 700 megabytes per second or whatever,
I'm talking,
and
when
they're
I say that,
dedicated.
I talk about the line that's coming off the pole to their home.
Well, I mean, it's the same
Yeah,
thing for Time
bandwidth.
Warner that way.
Yeah.
All right,
You
as
do
long as
not
we're-
have a dedicated line. That's very important.
As long as
Because
we're using the
Verizon
term
will flip
bandwidth.
out. But there is dedicated bandwidth. There is a dedicated amount of bandwidth for each one of those 32. If it's 700 split 32 ways, it's like 50 something or other for every single household dedicated bandwidth. So we can say that with 100%, goodness, knowingness. If you happen to say dedicated line to a council member, to a governor, to somebody on the LFA board, to somebody that's worked with Verizon, they can easily say, no, it's not. Now you're in an argument, and guess who's going to see the complaint? Johnny, Nino, Larry, and myself.
Yeah, and
just know it's
dedicated bandwidth. Time Warner, the way their line is that line's going to the house. There's your line. Okay, there's your dedicated line. So if you told me dedicated line, I'm thinking twice about what you're saying right now. All right, but that line, that information is going to your house. But if somebody else next door jumps on the internet as well, it's taking your signal as well. Now with our line, it has whatever it's supposed to go to the house, no matter what, no matter who's using that. If that person next door jumps on the computer, it is not affecting your signal going to your house at all. Yes, sir.
Actually, I've been using this when people actually ask about this. If anyone's been to the Corning Museum of Glass, they have a cross-section of a transatlantic cable that lies on the ocean floor. It's about 3 feet in diameter with an equal sign next to a skinny, tiny little cross-section of a piece of fiber optic. And I tell people, the bandwidth that you're getting is something that, Time Warner would need to build a line like this to get you that bandwidth. And that's kind of how I illustrate it for them. But I've been using it, and people, they get a good picture of it.
Absolutely. And that's what you need to do, is build the picture by using your hands. Jim, you use your hands all the time. You're going nuts in the house, all right? That's what we need to do, is use our emotion to really sell this. Symmetrical speeds.
I use PlayStation and Xbox for that one.
Okay, I don't play video games, though.
Everybody plays video games.
If you came to me, I don't have kids, right? I don't have kids.
Do you upload
I don't play.
pictures
I don't.
on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. Most people can relate to the fact that if they have video games, great. All right, we can all go through the fact that yes, somebody playing video games can understand the fact that there's lag involved, no more lag. But what if I don't play video games?
How exactly do you use your computer? What do you use it mainly for?
I don't know.
A lot of people do social networking. They store their pictures on there. They send pictures to friends. What exactly do you do with that?
Yeah, I use Facebook.
Fantastic. So when you download something off of Facebook, like a video, a streaming video, that's a download speed. You understand that, right? Okay, well, an upload speed is when you're putting something onto the internet, like your pictures, like you're sending out your own video. And sometimes that takes a little longer with what you got, right? Of course, right now we're going to increase your speed by 5 times, not only on the download side, but we're going to increase your speed 25 times on the upload speed so that you're going to be able to put those on your internet faster and more reliable than ever before. And that's what you want, right?
Give me a relationship. Give me an exact comparison. I upload pictures. You upload pictures on the internet, right?
Yep.
All right. When you upload pictures, you upload like what, 15, 20 pictures, right?
Yeah.
It takes a while. It takes, upload 15, 20 pictures. It takes, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes to do so, right? That's uploading. Your upload speed is a 1 speed. Okay? That's why it takes 5, 6, 7 minutes. What did we just do?
You drew a perfect picture.
We explained what they're getting. We explained what they're seeing. Did I explain anything with what they're going to get through us yet? No. You need to build what they see, what they notice.
I tell them a lot of times, you see a little green circle there.
Yes.
It spins, you eat that, don't you?
Yes.
And that's all. It's so simple because they're older, and I'll say with